Hey hustlers, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Jasmine, aka Jazz Hustles, and I am a 21-year-old Amazon seller. I started selling in the beginning of January 2023, and I'm still going at it. As you guys can tell by today's title, I'm going to be debunking 4 Amazon FBA myths that you guys probably believe yourselves, and that's why you guys aren't starting Amazon FBA. Make sure to watch to the end, and if you haven't already, make sure to like it up, subscribe for more, and push that little bell so you're notified whenever I post. So the first and main thing most people say when you're talking about the Amazon FBA business is that it's too saturated and you won't make money. That is totally false. Amazon estimated that over 3.1 billion people visited their website in 2024 every single month. They have 310 million active users worldwide, and 80% of that is from the US. And on average, Amazon customers place about 11.95 million orders a day. And according to Amazon's latest financial reports, they made a total revenue of $620.12 million in 2024. That is absolutely insane. And the fact that there's only 2.5 million active Amazon sellers is a huge difference. This demonstrates that Amazon is growing despite competition. There are opportunities for everyone to be successful within this business in 2025. People are making crazy money selling on Amazon to this day. So don't let the fact that there's a lot of new sellers popping up every single day discourage you from making that Amazon bread too. And if you think about a lot of other business models like Shopify, Etsy stores, digital marketing, all of those have many other people that are doing the exact same thing. I feel like at this moment, no business is too saturated. But of course, the people who are going to be lazy are going to use that main excuse, so then they won't start. Let's say you walk into a store and you just see multiple people scanning at the same time. That's how you know that this Amazon business is maybe getting saturated. But I never really come across much resellers in the stores scanning products with their phone. I remember back when I was doing Instacart and I was shopping for people's groceries, I would come across a lot of other Instacart shoppers, and you can just tell that they're an Instacart shopper because they have either like 2 carts, they have a cart, and then they have a little basket under it, or they're just like constantly looking at their phone and tapping and then grabbing a product. I can just tell that around that time when I was doing it, like around 2020, 2019, that it was definitely getting saturated. Also, the batches were way less money than before. So just keep that in mind. Also, if you guys are looking into online sourcing and you are figuring out that most of the products that you are sending to Amazon eventually tank, then that probably means that you are half-assing the sourcing process. Remember, the less time it takes for you to find a product, the less time it's going to take for someone else. So it is always great to make sure to do deep research and deep dive into the products that you plan on investing in for your Amazon business, because 75% of the people are not going to do that extra work. Myth number 2, you're restricted to sell every product and it's impossible to get ungated. Not true. It may be true that you're restricted in a lot of brands off the rip. That's just because you are a new seller. Amazon is really strict and wants to make sure that no seller is selling any counterfeit products in their store. So if you're a brand new seller, you just opened your account and you want to automatically start selling different popular, well-established brands, but there's an easy way to combat that. So I have a lot of ungating tutorials on my YouTube channel that can help you get ungated in many different brands and categories. I'm going to make sure to link the ungating playlist right up here. Every single seller that is trying to sell well-established brands has to make sure that they get ungated. You can't skip that process unless you're selling your own branded products, maybe like private label. But if you are selling well-established brands, then you are going to have to get ungated. Basically, ungating, you just purchase 10 units from a wholesaler, distributor, or a reputable supplier, and you have to provide an invoice to Amazon as well as a few other pictures of the actual physical product in hand, just to make sure that those pictures aren't from online. They may deny you a few times, but you really just have to keep applying. All the Amazon workers that are approving those applications, they only have like about 30 seconds to review that application, and they literally just click approve or deny. If they don't see that information that they're trained to look at, they will just deny you just like that. So whatever you do, just keep applying. There's a few of my students that actually got approved after like their 20th application. So literally all I can say is just keep applying. And for the topic of the brands that are currently restricted, meaning you cannot even get approval, meaning you can't even open up an application, I did have a video that talks a little more in depth about this topic that I will link right here for you guys. If that's the main problem that you're having right now, make sure to watch that video right after this one. Myth number 3, selling on Amazon is too complicated. False. Now, as an outsider looking into the business, it's gonna seem complicated. You have the ungating, you have the looking into the softwares, the keeper graphs. It looks complicated as an outsider, but you need to stop being an outsider and actually start the business so then you can see and figure out exactly what you need to do. Every single business is going to seem complicated for every single person in the beginning. I would even say that before I started Amazon, it seemed a little complicated to me when I was 19 years old, but literally once I actually started, I was like, okay, this is actually cake. Like, I made my first few sales within that first week of me sending products to Amazon. If you think about it, nothing is going to be that easy. And if you are looking for a business model that is super easy, most likely it's either saturated or there's way more risk involved. I feel like a lot of beginner sellers start Amazon and see all the extra steps that they have to do. And I do understand that usually when people are looking to get started with Amazon, they come across 30-second, 1-minute videos on Instagram or TikTok, basically showing the whole process really easy. I can't talk about the whole business model in like 30 seconds to a minute. So a lot of people will just like look at my one reel or someone else's reel talking about something. Basically what we do is we make it seem like it's kind of easy, but to us, it actually is. To you, you think it's easy, but then when you look into it and you actually start the business, you're like, wait, there's a whole lot of other steps here. So that's why I decided to create this YouTube channel for you guys, because I want to tell you exactly everything that goes into the business. I know a lot of people just look at my Instagram and my TikTok little short form reels, but I definitely recommend, if you have anyone that is looking into Amazon, make sure to share my YouTube channel with them, because there's so much information, so much game that no one gives out for free. Now, there are many chances of being successful within this business. And it may seem impossible because Amazon is one of the biggest e-commerce platforms, but it's really not. I did it at 19, so can you. I feel like compared to a lot of other business models, this is probably one of the easiest. And I say that because I've been in it and I know what goes into it, and I've seen other business models. And I think just the fact that Amazon fulfills most of everything, the logistics, the customer service, I really don't have to worry about any of that within my business. And that just helps me out a ton. Literally, all I do is find the products profitable. You have to make sure that you are buying products that are actually going to resell. I relabel them just by printing out those free 2x1 FNSKU labels from Amazon Seller Central, and I send them all straight to Amazon. It can all fit in one box if I wanted it to, or multiple boxes. But once Amazon receives my units, I don't have to worry about anything else. And the fact that they handle most of everything, I can focus more on the more important part of the business, which is the sourcing. But yeah, it's not complicated, guys. It's not hard. I'm telling you, I was not experienced at all before I got into this. And you may think maybe she was just really smart in school. I was an A, B, 1C student. I'm like an average gal. You really are just thinking too much. Stop procrastinating, just start the business. No matter the age you are either, if you're 18, if you're 75, you can do this. And the last myth, you have to create your own product to be successful. False. Now, you might believe that reinventing the wheel or buying a product and selling a product on Amazon that isn't selling on Amazon right now is the best case scenario. It's the best bet. You'll get more success that way, but it's definitely not. It's definitely not needed. Of course, by all means, pursue the path of you creating your own products if you have the ability to and the motivation to. But I personally think it's so much easier to sell brand name products that are already established. All the brands out there, let's just name a few: Barbie, Funko Pop, CeraVe, Nike, Neutrogena. All of those brands are spending thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars on marketing every single day. You turn the TV on, you put the radio on, there's always an ad about a certain brand, and they're already killing it on Amazon. So the main thing for us is we don't even have to spend on ads. We don't have to know how to market to make sales on Amazon. Now, like I said, the private label business model is really great. It's really sustainable, but it requires a lot of capital in the beginning, and it requires a lot of more information that you need to make sure you know of. I feel like a lot of people, when they come to me asking that they actually want to start selling brand name products, a lot of people tell me that they tried the private label method first. And I get why they gravitated towards that business model, because usually on TikTok, that's like the main business model that a lot of people talks about. You know, buying from Alibaba like 90 cent products, cheap products, and reselling it on Amazon for like 10 times more. But you have to keep in mind that you have to create the listings for those products. You need to take professional pictures for those products. You need to buy UPC codes from like GS1 or some other website. And you just have to do so much more. Create the listings, make sure to add keywords. You have to market. Let's just say, for instance, I bought a generic tumbler cup from Alibaba that looked just like this, right? If I list this on Amazon, what makes it different from buying the Stanley one? And most people are going to buy the Stanley. The Stanley is just viral right now. Everyone has a Stanley. I have a Stanley, my boyfriend has a Stanley, and so forth. So you have to run ads to be successful within private label. Of course, you can do a whole lot of other stuff like pay influencers or give influencers free products so then they can promote it and you can give them an affiliate link. That's more of like an actual business model that a lot of people don't really have the skill sets to start with, but it's definitely way more appealing just because you're buying products from Chinese wholesalers for way cheaper and then selling it on Amazon. But like I said, for the business model that I do retail arbitrage, online arbitrage, wholesale as well, and I just sell brand name products that are already selling on Amazon. If there is no listing for a product that I scan at the store, I am not going to create a listing for it. I know there's a whole lot of other talk about Amazon not being a good business model to start in 2025. Honestly, you need to remember to take advice from people that's in your position. I know a lot of people get influenced by their friends, their family members that maybe looked into it and they just kind of like talk you out of it. If they are not in the position that you want to be in, do not listen to them. It's crazy. I love my mom, but when I looked into Amazon FBA, she was telling me that I shouldn't do it. It's a scam. Don't do it. And I'm just like, I'm gonna do it. So I eventually did, and I decided to, grow and scale my business. And that's something that you can do as well. But just keep in mind, don't take it personal. Like, don't let the others that's in your space take it personal as well. Owning a business is a scary thing, and owning a business can ruin a good amount of relationships, but that's only if you let the business ruin the relationships. You need to make sure that you continue to have that strong bond with your family and friends, even though you are most likely going to want to stay inside. Keep your head down. If there's any activities or any plans that your friends are planning, just cancel it. Just focus on the business. That's all you really need to do. And you don't have to do it for decades, bro. You can do it for a few months and you can just see the success just raise, and then you can eventually put your friends on and they will thank you. So I just feel like if you're procrastinating still, even after watching this video, I don't know what else to tell you. I don't know what else to say, but a lot of people are going to be making money in 2025. A lot of people are going to be quitting their jobs just because they are making crazy income from e-commerce in general. So come on now. You guys are gonna get left behind, and I don't want you guys to get left behind. So make sure to watch all of my other YouTube tutorials. I'm telling you, so much people have made sales with just watching my YouTube game. So if you haven't already, make sure to like it up, subscribe for more, push that little bell again, so then you're notified whenever I post. I do usually post every single Friday. If you're finally ready to start your Amazon FBA business, definitely look into my complete Amazon FBA guide, where it's gonna go over how to set up your account, all the materials and softwares needed, how to source, how to prep products, how to ship products to Amazon, how to deal with all the back ends of the business. Make sure to check out my complete Amazon FBA guide. It's gonna be linked down below, as well as all of my other services like my Discord group. And you also get access to 15 to 30 new profitable product leads every single day. If you're interested in looking into the FBM part of the business model, which is basically sending straight to the customer rather than to Amazon, make sure to look into my partner's FBM blueprint. He is at FBA Javon on Instagram, and then I will also link his ebook down below. And if you haven't already, make sure to connect with me more, Jazz Hustles, at Instagram, TikTok, JASHUSTLES. Make sure you're not getting scammed out there by those fake TikTok accounts of me. I never DM people on TikTok. I want you guys to keep that in mind, but that's pretty much it for me. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next Friday. Peace.